Welcome back, guys. I'm GoDz from GoDz. My introduction is over. I'm going to introduce the actual important people today. The teams, the players, the people that you guys are here to see. We have got our third place decider match for your April GEST IDC Gigabyte Esports Tournament International Dota Cup. And that is going to be the match between Pacific Revitalize and MSI Evolution Gaming Team. Both teams having a good run through the group stage, making it into the playoffs, making it past the quarterfinals, but falling in the semi-finals. We saw Pacific losing to iZone, and well, we didn't see that. Well, some of you maybe saw it on the other stream, but we don't talk about them. But you guys hopefully saw MSI getting destroyed by Orange. Orange, who appear unstoppable at the moment, who are going to be they're waiting for us. Orange and iZone are waiting for this game to finish, and they will be playing in the grand finals following this match. This is the third place decided. After this, we've got the grand finals. So guys, get excited. This is GEST IDC playoffs actions. This is where it really starts to count. The third place team does walk away with some prize money. Fourth place, zilch. So guys, we're going to actually hop right into this game. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of realized, hey, the picks the bands going on. I should probably actually show you guys something. But yeah, without much further ado, here is your third place deciding match between Pacific and MSI. Over on the Sentinel team, we have got Team Pacific Revitalize. Over on the Scourge team is MSI Evolution Gaming Team. And the first pick did go to MSI on this occasion. They are on the Scourge side as well, banning out the Queen of Pain, the Lycan, the Naga Siren. Pacific over on the Sentinel side had banned out the Templar Assassin, the Chen, and the Prophet. So banning out a couple of jungling heroes as well as that oh so powerful Templar Assassin hero. This is the first game this month where we've seen where I've been watching, where I've seen two Filipino teams going at it. So going to be interesting to see how they adapt to one another's playstyles, as there's a very distinctly Filipino style of play, and when they verse each other, well, the picks, the bans can often be very unusual, as we will see. Windrunner, Puck, Earthshaker. Those are your first three picks for the MSI team, and that's going to give them a fairly strong and versatile AoE team. I mean, it doesn't mean they're going to be going for a pure team fight lineup. They could still pick up a hard carry. They could pick up some pushing heroes and still look to push. Puck just acts as a great initiator. ES can be a backup hero. You can use these heroes for many different lineups. You can put them in a pushing lineup. You can put them in a lineup where you're trying to protect your carry, or you can put them in a very aggressive ganking lineup as well. So very sort of strong all-around picks there. Over on the Pacific team, we see DK, Shadow Demon, Sand King. So less sort of versatility, but some very powerful heroes there. Shadow Demon likely going to be put in that support role. Is definitely a hero to look out for, and it can be very, very annoying to deal with, as we will see. Sand King and DK, the other two picks, so they've put a couple melee heroes, but that's not necessarily something to be too concerned about. They could even lane them together with one other ranged support hero if they wanted to run that tri-lane there, or they may just look to put the Sand King maybe in a solo lane, get him some early items and early farm. For those of you asking, why is there no loser brackets, guys? It's because this is the new format, because there isn't. that's the easy answer. That's probably the most appropriate answer. They changed the format so that 8 teams went into the playoffs. If you have 8 teams in the playoffs, doing a double elimination bracket would take up a lot of time, and there'll be too many matches to fit it into one day. So that's part of the reasoning and the justification to it being single elimination. Not to mention, they wanted to make it so there's as many more teams in the playoffs with the 8-team single elimination bracket, so it allows sort of more diversity in the matches, as well as make things a bit more interesting. You can get to see a few more matchups, not to mention the group stage, which also is different now. We saw 5 teams in each group and only best of 1 matches, which for me was a huge improvement, because you get to see 5 different matches, whereas with the old format you only got to see 3 matches. There were best of 2 matches, but you only got to see 3 different matchups. And often you kind of, at the end of the day, I'd be like, that was an awesome game of Dota, but I only actually got to see maybe 6 teams at most. Sometimes I'd only see 4 or 5 teams, depending which matches I did. So this new format means I can do 5 different matches, and it's only 1 match. It has a lot more importance, because there's always going to be a winner. If it's best of 1, there's a winner. Best of 2, you get a 1-1 draw, and it's like, well, I want more. Where's the third game? You want to see who actually comes out on top. not to mention when there's draws and there's only one team who could advance. They had to use the time rating rule quite frequently, which caused some disputes, of course, as no one likes to see the time rating rule brought into play. Anyways, guys, we are going to talk about this game, not just about the tournament. Fourth pick coming up, it's going to be a Broodmother for Pacific, so that's likely going to be their side lane solo hero this time around. They can put that in the top lane, have the DK maybe at mid, and run the Sand King, Shadow Demon with one more hero in that bottom lane if they want to have some sort of aggressive tri-lane at bottom, as we will see AA as the fourth pick for MSI. They're going to pick up their final hero here. It's going to finish off their tri-lane. They've got the ES, the AA. What else do they want in there? They could maybe go for something like a Chaos Knight, some kind of carry potential hero, or something that can be aggressive. Or I was just about to say Slaughter. I promise, guys, I was about to say Slaughter. So Slaughter is, that's going to round off their tri-lane. The ES, AA Slaughter could either be bottom or top, depending on how they want to lane this. They could put it top, but there is going to be a Broodmother there, so they will need sentries and dust. But that's not really a big problem for them. They can still do just fine at that top lane, as long as they have to spend a bit of extra gold to make sure they can get vision of that brood in the web. Alrighty, and Pacific, with their lanes, they're going to have to pick up one more hero here. They've got quite a few options. Some of their heroes, Shadow Demon, I mean, you can play it as a solo, as a support. Sand King as well can be used as in different kinds of roles. So going to be interesting to see what exactly they go with here. As the fifth and final pick, 10 seconds left. There's a pause. I was about to say you can't pause during the draft. There's a timeout there for a reason. It's an awkward moment where someone pauses in a competitive match during the draft. It's like, do you unpause? Do you call them out? What is this? Back at pause. I'm going to need a translation, but I'm sure that's something somewhat entertaining, the translation of this. As we is an anti-mage. There is your hard carry. There is your late game hero for Pacific. They've still got the Broodmother as well with some... I mean, they've got a lot of heroes that need quite a bit of farm that could be good. It also could hurt them, as they've got the Brood, the DK, and the anti-mage. And they're also all melee, so they could get kited around a bit. That is going to be definitely a concern for them in this game, as... Whoopsie daisy. That's not the one I was looking for. This one is, as bottom lane, ES, Windrunner. Going to do some early warding, just get vision in this jungle. They're doing their tri-lane at bottom MSI. And we will see Brood actually in the bottom lane as a solo. So both teams running their tri-lane on the off lane, which I don't know if either team was both teams were expecting this. I think maybe Pacific were expecting this. They didn't want to put anti-mage at bottom because he'd be up against this tough tri-lane, which is going to be ES, Windrunner, AA. Slaughter is actually going to be put in the mid lane solo, so it's not going to be Slaughter in the tri-lane, and top lane is going to be the Puck, who is going to be up against the anti-mage, an anti-mage who looks like he will be supported. Ooh, Shadow Demon pokes his head up. There's actually a DD in there. Shadow Demon does not go for it. More often than not, you'd see Shadow Demon looking to pick up that DD room, but he says, oh, I smell something fishy going on, does not want to venture down into the river, and he's going to head towards this top lane, support the anti-mage, and anti-mage at top. He's going to be so happy that he's not up against this bottom tri-lane. AA, DD rune. He's looking to come give this Slaughter a nice early game advantage by putting some harass down and basically not allowing DK to get that bottle up as quickly as he would like. Although DK still can use that level 1 flame breath to help him last hit a bit, which we will see being brought out. And here comes Cold Feet, Fissure, stun, DK, the double damage from AA, picks up the kill. Great little gank there. Nicely placed Fissure. And even with this ward here, I don't know if DK saw what was coming or not. But either way, it was a bit of a misplay. And Sand King stunning the wrong ones. He stuns the illusions, but not the real Puck. He's going to find him this anti-mage taking a lot of harass at top. He's already used up 2 tangos. And he's taking quite a lot of damage, so anti-mage is not going to be all too happy with how things are going there. Definitely using up much more regen than he would have liked. And here we go, ESAA. They're not going to want to tri-lane bottom when they can shut down the anti-mage at top. If anti-mage was bottom, they would have stayed top, but because he's top, they're now going to move this tri-lane top, and anti-mage is not going to have much fun here. Shadow Demon and SK as support heroes, they're not bad, but the ESAA combo is much stronger. Santino on the anti-mage. And we're going to see a banish. They're going to be a stun. This is a good positioning here. The fissure comes in at the right time, and anti-mage caught on the wrong side of the fissure. Oh, he blinks on over. He's going to pick up the kill. Santino, well last hit. In comes the puck orb, and not going to be enough damage here. But anti-mage, the blinker's on cooldown, and they may look to continue being very aggressive here. Puck does have mana for another orb. The fissure. Down goes the Sand King. And a 1-for-1 trade at top lane. Anti-mage Santino did manage to pick up a kill. The one thing we haven't done, which is for the first time all weekend long, I've actually forgotten to introduce teams. But we'll wait maybe for a pause or something. We can do it now. Over the Sentinel team, Pacific Esports, I believe it is, or Pacific Revitalized. I think their old name was Revitalized. From the Philippines. Oh, lag. Oh no. Maybe a quick save. Anyways, now we can maybe introduce our teams. The Sentinel team from the Philippines is going to be Pacific Revitalized. Santino playing the Anti-Mage. We've got JNM playing the DK. We've got Lowy playing the Sand King. Xylo playing the Broodmother. And EMZZ playing the Shadow Demon. And over on the Scourge team, also representing the Philippines in this all-Filipino affair, the third place match, we've got Team MSI-EvoGT. We've got 17, 19, CA, 8D, and C something. What is this last name? It's been completely cut off. It looks like a number. I think it's 12. Yeah, it's going to be 12. And it looks like the pings are going down a bit. Players should be okay. Oh, no, maybe not. They jump right back up. So we're going to have to wait this out. Wait for these pings to stabilize a bit. As the teams are hoping to get a... It seems the last few games, yes, they went so smoothly, apart from some actual delays which was caused by teams not being on time, but actual lag and disconnections did not happen whatsoever. We're going to try, apparently here, Santino cops a puck orb and needs to be careful. MSI, looks like they can play okay. They haven't spoken up yet as DK versus Slaughter at mid lane. 13 CS versus 9 CS. Slaughter having helped pick up the first blood on the DK. And DK going down is going to be farming a bit slower. As Slaughter managing to get a couple denies there. And we will see. Aggression at top looks to be the name of the game coming out from MSI. They want to not let this Anti-Mage farm. Anti-Mage uses his tango, uses his health. He is up to 900 gold. He can pick up that ring of health now, which we'll see him doing after this creep wave, I assume, as he does want to get up that Vanguard as quickly as possible. Mid lane, DK versus Slaughter. We'll see both those heroes doing the sort of trademark bottle crowing, I imagine. As yes, there it is, the crow going in towards mid lane with that bottle. One of two couriers. And in top lane, we see some fissures being dropped. Probably looking for a block there. Not going to connect. Winrunner at bottom has a bottle of his own. He's going to... yeah, he's got a courier of his own. He's going to be doing some bottle crowing. So the mid... basically, the solo heroes do the bottle crowing. The heroes in the tri lane don't really get to use those crows at all. All they do is get their items from the side lane. Their boots, as well as anything else they do, in fact, need from there. Anti-Mage can pick up his ring of health from there when he needs it. So we're going to see... Anti-Mage being shut down fairly well at this top lane. He did manage to pick up that kill, which will help him out a bit. Get that ring of health up. He's going to go to the side shop, in fact. Not the side shop, the secret shop. And pick up that ring now. And he's actually going to stay at this top lane. He's not much farm to be found at this top lane, unfortunately. This tri lane is just keeping him out, keeping him away from farm. And as a result, this Anti-Mage is not going to be the scary presence that he normally would be. In towards mid lane, Shadow Demon, Sand King. They want to go. They would have been spotted by this. Yeah, they would have been spotted by this ward here. Slaughter knows something is up, and it looks like he's not going to fall to this. He can see them in the river now, as they are just standing there in front of the observer ward. Bit of wasted time and a mistake there. Slaughter going to go say hello to them. He may even pop the amplified damage on them as well. Slaughter is up to level 6, so he is something to look out for here. They haven't actually got any smoke. They needed to use the smoke if they wanted to go towards that mid lane. top lane. Anti-Mage up to 14 CS. Puck is on 20 CS himself. And here we go. Fissure, Cold Feet. It's not going to lock on. They don't need the Cold Feet though, because they've got a Puck Orb. And great timing with the Fissure and the Cold Feet. Anti-Mage goes down. And that is going to be Pacific getting punished for their weak laning heroes. They can't do much with this Anti-Mage up against the tri-lane. And uh-oh. Another lag problem potentially. As it looks like both teams, their pings have stabilized. So we should be all okay to get things underway as the game is resumed. And this top tri-lane of MSI looking to be so deadly, so dangerous. Santino, the anti-mage, needs to maybe find a different lane to go to. He is going to go back up top though. I feel like he'd be better off going down bottom, maybe Brood heading towards top lane, and send the anti-mage bottom with a support hero such as that Shadow Demon. But the gank is going to come in on mid. There's the... Oh, no Sanking stun. It's a level 1 stun. Sanking only level 2. So Pacific are really quite far behind in terms of level. They do manage to get the stun with the DK. Sanking follows it up. And Slater going to pop a stun of his own. Try to sprint out. He doesn't manage to do so. DK picks up the kill. And here comes the ES. The Puck, they want to go in. DK, he's fairly tanky. That's not him they want. It's the Sanking who's going to be the squishy one. SK, stun on Puck. Puck in trouble. Needs a couple more right clicks. Miss and a miss. They both miss. But the last hit does not, in fact, miss. DK, just before the ulti form wears off, manages to pick up a kill. Apparently there was a problem with the audio quality, guys. Hopefully it's a bit better now. Let me know if it continues, guys. I just had a little bit of an adjustment with my headset. And we will see. Bottom lane. They pick up a kill on... Pacific finally find a kill going in their favor. As my microphone should be a bit better now, hopefully. Brood up to 29 CS. Does have that soaring, 1500 gold. Probably just going to pick up some treads, but it could just look to rush that BKB or that Awkward Malevolence, depending which route he wants to go for. As DK at mid has been amped down. He's going to be wanting that bottle to come back out. He's completely out of mana currently, but with that bottle to refill him up. Going to be looking for some base boots as well. Top lane, Anti-Mage picks up a kill with the ultimate. Puck going to get the revenge kill though. The kill actually going to the Ancient Apparition with the Cold Feet. So AA going down, but he does get the kill with Anti-Mage, so it's worth it, but it's not... At the same time, I mean, it's worth it. Anti-Mage gets kicked out of the lane. He also loses a bit of gold. But at the same time, it is going to be not the best trade. They would like to pick up that kill without the loss. And DK at mid picks up his third kill of the game. 29 CS on him. And bottom lane, trading of blows. Windrunner up against the Brood, using that power shot to make sure Brood cannot push whatsoever. And we're going to see whether or not Brood can get the farm he needs up. He's gone up to 350 gold. He's picked up those treads using 1500 gold. And in comes the gank. Once again, Pacific, they realize they want to help this DK get farmed. He's the one they're focusing on. Anti-Mage is more just like their backup carry at this rate, as DK is getting all the attention he needs. Observer Wood on the high ground. Phase Boots up on DK, and they will be able to scout out some of these heroes coming in, such as the Shadow Demon and the Sanking. Sanking actually picking up an invis rune. Going to be looking for this Puck. Puck needs to be careful. Is there going to be a stun? No, it's not going to come. Anti-Mage just wanted to do some blink harass, and now maybe Sanking will go looking for a stun, as Anti-Mage does have that ring. Sanking is waiting. They don't want to go yet. Oh, Sanking, no mana on him. That's the problem. And Sanking will not be able to get the stun off. He was short on mana. That explains exactly. That makes it suddenly makes sense. I'm like, why isn't he going? Well, he's got no mana. Windrunner doing his best. Oh, preventing the Brood from farming these neutrals. Steals the Golem and kills some Spiderlings. So a nice little bit of play there coming out from Windrunner. Brood trying to out-farm the Windrunner by using those Spiderlings to go into neutrals, but Windrunner, if he finds them, can use that power shot to take them down. And mid lane, AA has moved in. DK looking for a stun, going to find it. There's not much more backup coming, it's just the DK, but with phase boots and this right-click damage, he is, not going to commit to this. Would not have been easy, not to mention there is a magic stick up on the Ancient Apparition. And we will see whether or not this DK can be the force that Pacific want him to be. Anti-Mage so far still has... Oh, he's picked up his Vanguard, so 10 minutes in, not the quickest, but he is doing okay. 35 CS. Despite having this tough lane, he's dealing with it fairly well. And having that Vanguard now, it's going to make him very hard to kill. So, that is... I mean, that's what they want to do. That's what they want to see. And it will come down to whether or not all three of these Pacific heroes can just get up some nice mid-game items so that they don't get blown away in the mid-game. Speaking of getting blown away, DK at mid, 30 HP, still getting chased by the ES. He's trying to juke and jive, and ES is going to not find the DK. He does have this magic stick if he wants to try find him with a fissure, and the fissure goes into those trees. Not going to find anyone though. DK has already backed off. He's going to pop this bottle up, and as it stands, DK still alive, going to get amped up, and is still farming fairly well. Top lane, Anti-Mage up to 41 CS, similar CS to the Puck, so Puck 46 CS does have those arcane boots, but that's going to give him more mana for Anti-Mage to drain, more mana for Anti-Mage to do big damage with the ultimate with. And guys, for those of you just tuning in, this is the semi-final action here as a shackle shot latches Brood. And we are going to see Windrunner in trouble. The kill goes down, and Puck in the middle of these heroes is going to orb his way out and will manage to survive, although he doesn't have any HP regen. He's going to have to go back and heal probably, unless he brings himself down some regen. For those of you just tuning in, guys, this is the third place match between Pacific and MSI Evolution Gaming Team. The grand finals match will be on just after, which will be Orange up against iZone, which is the highly anticipated grand finals match. I can't wait, guys. But right now, this match is proving to be a highly contested one. 7 kills to 4 at the moment. As we do see DK at mid, he's been amped. Slider coming in. The AA ultimate not going to hit by the looks of things. Oh, the fissure will block him. It's not going to actually do any damage or stun. DK, I mean, he's still full HP. They don't really want to go in here. When you've used all your spells and DK hasn't taken any damage, well, probably not a good idea to try kill him or go in, even if it is a 3v1. If you don't have any of those nukes, well, where's the damage going to come from? ES and AA, they sure as hell aren't going to be doing much right-click damage. Slada is still sitting at this mid lane, needs to be careful. There's a stun. There's, well, it's a soul catcher, not a purge, as Shadow Demon going to find himself getting stunned by Slada. The fissure, the cold feet. Shadow Demon will go down. Great backup there. Great position from MSI. Stuns coming from DK. Sand King. They want this AA. Sand King, though, going to get stunned very low, but no, it's not enough. Slada as well survives on about 1 HP as, DK. ES. The fissure. It takes out the Lowy, and what a kill there. DK, though, should be able to get this ES, although, no, he gets the totem off. No, the long-range attack coming out from JNM. The poor Sand King, he hung around. The fissure saw him, and wow, what a play there, as blood being shed at the middle lane. DK up to 46 CS now, so not too bad at the farm on him, and all this action is giving room for Anti-Mage to be farming up. Anti-Mage up to 54 CS now. He needs to be careful. The banish goes down, and there we see the kill does happen. Anti-Mage, though, on the run, going to get stunned, right-clicked a few times. He should be okay here. He'll have that blink soon. He does have the Vanguard up, and AA ultimate going to narrowly miss him. If that had hit, things could have turned out differently. Slada still chased. Not sure he wants to really chase here. Anti-Mage is even going to come back in, try maybe kite him around a bit, but probably not a wise decision to go in. If he does not want to get stunned by Slada. Slada still has quite a big mana pool, so he's not going to be able to drain his mana in time as mid lane. DK, unstoppable. DK is absolutely everywhere. JNM is getting down very low, though. His killing spree will end, and we'll have a 1-for-1 trade at the middle lane. Now 11-7 in Pacific's favor. So Pacific are going fairly strong. No towers have dropped for either side yet. And we will have a quick save. As Pacific, they need to regroup a bit here. Their mid lane is being pushed out a bit. But as it stands, I mean, Anti-Mage is farming okay. He's caught up. He's got his Vanguard. Got another Ring of Health. He's going to be going for that Battle Fury. And Santino not... Oh, bottom lane. Windrunner gets a Shackle Shot on the Sand King. Not going to use the Power Shot though, saving the mana. Going to use that to clear out these Spiderlings as well as some creeps here. As this bottom tier 1 tower looking to be the first one to go down. Top lane. Anti-Mage wants this AA. AA though, not having any of it, will back off immediately. And we will see whether or not Santino can maybe put some pressure on this top tower. Blink in. The Cold Feet goes down. Anti-Mage will get out of that. And AA getting lower and lower mana. Anti-Mage probably keeping track of how much mana this AA has. And as soon as he does get low on HP, if he's out of mana, Anti-Mage will be looking to get that kill. Brood, he is going for the Silent Sign at 16 minutes. He is damn close to it. Brood at 79 CS, possibly, I think, might be the highest CS in the game. Have a quick look, 56, 63, 68 on the Scourge team. Not too bad for them, but the Sentinel team, 79, 65, and 60. They are leading the way. As we do see DK at mid lane. I believe he's getting very close to that Lothar's. One of these crews still not upgraded. DK though, 1k gold with the Claymore, so he still needs to get another 1k gold on top of this, as he will buy out one of those parts.
A player's forces are under attack.
And he still does need that Lothar's Edge recipe, but 60 minutes in, he's on track to have a fairly big impact on this game. Brood at bottom has been punishing this Windrunner. 3 deaths on Windrunner, even though he has 71 CS. There's 3 deaths there. MSI though do find an opening. They get the kill. It's just on EMZ, the Shadow Demon. As right now, Anti-Mage's going to find that his tower is not really going to be lasting all that much longer. The stun coming from the ES is not going to actually be able to help the Slardar, because Slardar gets caught on the wrong side of the tower and the fissure. Gets blocked a bit there, and there's your first tower of the... No, your second tower, sorry, of the game. As Pacific pick up there first, but MSI picking up the mid-tier 1 tower a bit earlier. Fissure. Anti-Mage gonna get stunned. Locked down by the Cold Feet, maybe. No, he's actually managed to escape with this, but the DK coming in, doing quite a lot of damage. The phase boots on him, giving him some nice bonus damage and mobility. Anti-Mage cops an ES Echo Slam, not going to do enough damage though, and Anti-Mage, once this ES, will get him. DK with the last hit though. And now, the chasing continues. Brood wants this Windrunner. Brood up to 1100 gold. Can pick up that Orchid Malevolence. Has treads as well, so quite a lot of farm on him. As DK going to go searching around behind this tower. Going to find no one there and just say, okay, we'll take this tower instead.
Players' forces are under attack.
And bottom lane. The Puck trying to get up maybe a Blink Dagger. He has gone for a mech as his first item. An interesting choice of item there. Going to give his team some more survivability, but at the same time he needs to be able to initiate well, which the Blink Dagger really does offer. So, top lane, DK and Sand King, they're just lurking around, making sure that this Brood can be protected. And speaking of protected, Slardar wants to go in. There comes one stun, the Epicenter, another stun will follow. Slardar, big mistake coming out from him. He wasn't really to know that those heroes were there, waiting for him, camping for him, as Brood picks up a kill. Zyle playing very, very well at this top lane. Mid lane, meanwhile. ES. What? Interesting play there, as it is trying to help kill this Anti-Mage. ES did need to be careful, though. If Shadow Demon wanted to maybe use a Purge and Soul Catcher, ES could have found himself on a bad position as top lane. Speaking of bad positions, this Ancient Apparition finds himself on the receiving end of some unfriendly attention. As we will have a quick save coming out from Play Cyber Games. For those of you wondering, Cyber Games is the network that these games are being hosted on. It's a gaming platform for Dota 1 as well as some other games. And it does provide a pretty much a lag-free environment for all these teams in Southeast Asia. So big props to the guys over at Cyber Games who have been working hard to make this platform work.
A player's forces are under attack.
And we will see mid lane, some aggression coming out. Windrunner trying to escape the DK, the long range stun, going to help secure that kill. The Breath of Fire, the Soul Catcher amplifying that damage to huge amounts. And Anti-Mage with the help of the DK, going to take this T1 tower. And Anti-Mage picking up the last hit for that. He now has a Battle Fury. Ooh, is that all his? It looks like he does. Santino, 19.5 minutes in. Vanguard, Battle Fury. And that was up against that very hard top lane. I mean, that was not a lane that he really would have had a very good time in. Mid lane, they want to go around. Shadow Demon banishes one, pops down the Soul Catcher. Park gonna get stunned, will get instantly KO'd. ES in the middle, pops the ultimate. Anti-Mage taking hardly any damage at all. The Spell Shield, the Vanguard helping him take out the Fissure under the tower though. That's going to do some physical damage which will hurt him. ES pops the totem as well, and there's the Anti-Mage ultimate. Takes out the ES, he targeted on the AA, and he will go down though. He gets a bit overexcited. Overextending there and finds himself giving up a kill. Meanwhile though, the Brood is farming. Farming is the most of the Pacific team. DK, he's got his Lothar's Edge, has an Ogre Axe as well. And just great farm all over the map for the Sentinel team as there's a Necro Book being picked up. Is that the Brood? I think that would be the Brood who has a Necro Book because he had the gold for that Orchid a long time ago. So this could be Brood going for a Necro Book. And I want to say that it probably is. As we will see dust being popped. They want the Brood. The Amplify goes down. Sand King will stun. The Shackle will hit. Sand King ulti. It's going to go off. The Scourge team do manage to pick up the kill there, but they lose a couple. Great play from the Sand King, picking up 2 with the help of the DK. And meanwhile, Puck going to get stunned. Uh-oh. Trouble Town for this Puck. ES goes walking in though, and that means ES needs to be careful as well. A Purge on him could spell the death of him, but they're going to go for the Windrunner instead. The Breath of Fire. Windrunner will go down to this Purge at least. Yes, he does. Shadow Demon picks up the kill, and now ES may get chased down. No. Looks like they will back off, not look to keep on chasing.
A player's forces are under attack.
And the Sentry Ward giving them complete map control, not letting their opponents get an Observer Ward on this hill for now at least. And top lane, we do see another kill being picked up by DK. He's up to a mega kill now, and save is the call. Pacific up 21-10. Revitalize making their mark here, although they do lose Santino. He gets caught out by the Slater. Slater's finished off his Blink Dagger. And we do see a bit of an engagement here. Fissure goes down. Sand King in the middle. He's going to get amplified, which means there's no using that Sandstorm to escape. DK, Cold Feet, Fissure, stuns, AA ultimate. He's taking a lot of damage, but he is very, very tanky. He has the Lothars as well. Uses that to get some right-click damage on the Slater. Slater going to escape with about 50 HP. Pops a Magic Wand, and his teammates take out the Shadow Demon. As we see MSI picking up a couple kills, slowing down some of this momentum, which so far has been mostly in Pacific's favor. As we will see whether or not there is still fight in both these teams. Plenty of time left. Neither team with a massive advantage. MSI are slightly behind in farm and kills, especially when they're up against heroes like Anti-Mage and DK and a Broodmother. All these heroes with a lot of late game potential. Brood though, speaking of late game, he doesn't even want to go for a late game build. He's gone for the Necro Book.
A player's forces are under attack.
And bottom lane, Slater, Blink Dagger, up to 78 CS. 125 on Broodmother. We have a quick look at the CS charts. We haven't looked for a while. 125, that was the Broodmother. 99 on Anti-Mage, so about to hit that 100 CS mark. 67 on DK. Over on the Scourge team, we've got 100 CS on the Puck. 82 on Slater. 88 on Windrunner. So the CS is actually starting to get more and more even. The two teams, there's getting less and less to separate them. The 9 kill swing for Pacific, though, is what is currently giving them that edge. Not to mention they've been pressuring towers a bit harder. They've got both towers at top lane that are outside the base, as well as the tier 1 towers at both bottom and mid. MSI only with a couple tier 1 towers to their name. They're going to pop the smoke there. They're going to look to make something happen. The former team Execration on the march, and here we go. Ooh, AA needs to be careful. He gets caught out in no man's land. The Banish will buy him some time. Here comes the rest of his team. Shadow Demon, Slaughter, Blink, Stun. 2 will go down instantly. Sanking cannot use a spell, and DK going to pop the Lothar's edge and run as quickly as his little legs will carry him, or his little wings will flap him, and he gets shackled. He's in trouble. The amplified damage, the fissure, the stun, the crush from Slaughter, and he goes down as well. Nice bit of play coming out from MSI as they get 3 kills in a row. Stringing this play together well, and slowly starting to get the advantage and the momentum swinging in their favor. ES just pops the ultimate, takes out some creeps, helping him farm towards that Blink Dagger. It's quite normal to see ES actually using ultimate on those big creep waves or a big group of neutrals, because there are so few opportunities when you can actually use it before you have a Blink Dagger. Until you have that Blink Dagger, it's hard to get a nice ultimate off. You're often using it on creeps, neutrals, or if you do use it on heroes, it's only on one hero at all. Teams won't let you walk in and hit a big Echo Slam. Maybe they'll let you hit it on 1 or 2 heroes, but they're not going to let you get a big Echo Slam on creeps, 5 heroes, and we will see a bit of a both teams sort of taking it slow now, backing off. Pacific, no, they've got the late game potential with this anti-mage. They've got better late game. With that said, they're still MSI. They have got some late game of their own. They've got the Slaughter. The minus armor could be very useful. But for the most part, the anti-mage going into a late game scenario is going to be very hard to deal with. Excuse me, guys. Just getting some water. Been casting all day long. Been here since 9 AM. It's now almost 6 PM. And it has been a fairly long day. But we're going to have some more action coming your way, guys. Don't we worry. The grand finals is awaiting us. That's meant to start in about 20 minutes time, but they will wait for this match to end, as both the commentators, myself and the Thai commentator, are both in these games, as the pause is going to come out. Make us wait for a bit longer. And it looks like... Ooh. I mean, a lot of these heroes are starting to get their core iron up. With the Sand King has his Blink Dagger. DK getting close to that BKB. Broodmother, Necrobook, Silent Stick, gonna actually get his next Necrobook. I believe that's his Necro 2 now. Anti-Mage, B-Fury, Vanguard, 2k gold, and in comes Slaughter. The stun, needs some bashes, the shackle, AA ultimate is flying in as well, it's not even needed. The Slaughter picking up the kill, he now levels it up to level 4 bash, and a nice bit of play there. We're going to see Puck and AA clearing out this mid lane, doing their best to get these waves in a position where MSI can move around the map. They don't want to have to be constantly defending. They want to be able to go on their other team's side of the map, be aggressive, and a career kill does actually happen. Looks like one of the Sentinel heroes on Pacific actually picked up a career kill, and here we go. DK popping the Lothars, wanted to go in, he's not going to find anyone to stun, just going to pop down the Breath of Fire, farm some creeps, and try get closer and closer to that BKB, as he's now getting more and more farmed. Up to 71 CS though only. Top lane, Puck not going for the sort of traditional Blink Dagger. He actually picks up a 4-star. So that's useful. It's better in. There's pros and cons to this. You can use it on teammates, and before we go into that, Puck actually gets found. DK stun, not going to be enough damage by the looks of things. The silence coming out, as well as an Orchid, and DK being focused down. In comes the Sand King ultimate. ES, Blink, Ulti, MSI pick up a great couple of kills. In comes the Necrobook 3 from Brood, though. Going to try to turn things around. Triple kill is the call. 17. Doing so well, and there's a 4th kill as well. What a play. AA picking up 3 kills. He wasn't even at the fight. The ultimate came from bottom. And he's just going to be like, what the hell? An AA ultimate from bottom lane gets a triple kill, guys. As now MSI will be looking to push down this tier 1 tower as well as possibly the tier 2 tower. The ES ultimate was absolutely spot on. Set up a great team fight and MSI come out on top. They're now 21-20. They're only down by 1 kill, but the momentum is completely in their favor right now. Sandking, even with that blink dagger, could not find the positioning or the team fight he wanted. Bottom lane, Santino, anti-mage goes down. The kills is now even after 29 minutes. Pacific were leading the way in kills for most of the game, and suddenly things have been tied up, and MSI are going to be feeling good about themselves. Having just picked up a tower, they're starting to make things swing their way. The tides have turned. DK needs his BKB. And not to mention, I mean, even with like Broodmother going for that Necro Book, maybe not the best choice of item here. It's sort of a pushing kind of style of item. And it is going to be interesting to see whether or not that is going to be an item that pays off for him in the long run, as it doesn't give him much sort of carry or DPS potential. Although his team, I mean, he's got an anti-mage as well as a DK. Maybe he's just trying to provide some overall added power in team fights, not coming from right-click damage, because right now they were purely relying on the right-click damage of 3 melee heroes, which often isn't going to be the best strategy. Blink in, Sandking, stun, finds the Slider. Slider will stun the Sandking, and Brood will come looking, as Brood is still in that web, and providing him the invis he needs. But we're going to see Sandking and Brood backing off a little bit. They spotted the Brood there because the Sandking had been amped, and when he does pop out of invis, he does get revealed. DK has the DD and looks like he has finished off that BKB now. Windrunner up to 114 CS. And going to be looking to keep getting more and more farm. Pick up that sheep stick. He's got a silent stick, so an interesting item choice there. Not going for the sheep or the force staff or any sort of utility with a mech, a pipe. Just wanted that silence. Wanted the ability to make a hero take additional damage as well, and it could be what they need on this anti-mage. ES ultimate, AA ulti, Santino in trouble. AA ultimate will finish him off. Santino goes down. Great combo, great coordination. They timed it perfectly, and the kill is secured. And now the tier 2 tower maybe as well gonna go down. Brood is nearby, but I don't know if he can actually help too much to keep this tower up, as it looks like it will. They're going to see some TPs out, TPs down towards the bottom lane. They're going to maybe decide against this. Puck, yeah, he will go in. Try and make sure that the tower doesn't get denied, as DK popping the Lothars, going on the chase. Sandking gets silent. Fissure goes down. DK dodges the Fissure, luckily, but Sandking taking too much damage. DK stunning the Puck, not going to do enough damage. Meanwhile, AA picks up another kill. He's got a wicked 6 spree, 12 kills in 31 minutes. DK on the run, popping the BKB, but that's not going to keep him alive, as the Lothar's edge will though. And blink stun, it finds the DK, but they don't actually realize it, as DK will walk back into his base. And now the tier 3 towers, the racks at bottom lane, gonna find themselves in a precarious position. Slaughter, blink, crush, DK popping the invis, but not going to be enough, as the amp damage is there. It will be enough to keep him alive. The extra movement speed he gets, but it's not going to be. It's not going to actually make him invisible. As Broodmother mid lane, not even defending, trying to just go for the counter push, as the tier 3 tower does go down, and now come the TP back. Puck will throw down the silence and some nukes, just get rid of those spiralings, increase his farm as well. Puck now with a blink dagger and force staff. His survivability is going to become absolutely ridiculous. Not to mention he can help keep teammates alive using the force staff as well.
A player's force forces are under attack.
AA's picked up a Ghost Scepter here, so nice little item. Arcane Boots up now as well. Quite a late Arcane Boots, but must have just decided that some of his teammates have been running out of mana, and rather than getting some treads to boost his HP or phase boots for extra movement speed, he's like, okay, I'll just help my teammate up, help this Slider who is a fairly low mana pool hero. Especially when you're up against that Necrobook, the Arcane Boots can help quite significantly against a team with a lot of Necrobooks, or even with just the one Necrobook, which we've seen on Brood. Hasn't been used to that much effect though yet. Top lane, DK taking out these Ursus, trying to keep his farm rate increasing. He's got the BKB and Lothars, and his team are there backing him up. They may be waiting, camping this top lane, hoping someone comes, maybe looking for the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage up to 160 CS, looking for that Manta style. MSI though, they're not having any of it. They're not going to go on this Anti-Mage at top. They just want to push the bottom lane. The Raxes are exposed. The tier 3 tower has been taken out. And with Aegis now up on Slider, not to mention a BKB as well, they may be able to get this. And blink in. Slider thinks about it. As DK, level 16, the Ice Dragon coming in. He's Lothar's in, Sand King. Great ultimate. This could be what Pacific need, but they've already lost one. The Brood has been picked off. And Shadow Demon finding himself in a poor position there. But MSI continuing to get kill after kill. They do take out the Shadow Demon as well as Lowy, which is the Sand King, in fact. And Brood buying back, trying desperately to keep his team alive. Yes! Ulti! It helps take out the Brood Mother. They pick off two, and they're trying to take out the last, the Anti-Mage. He's been silenced, he's been bashed, and monster kill, a team wipe. There is your massive team fight. And, oh, MSI getting a bit ahead of themselves. Nice game, Idol is the call. Maybe talking about Santino, the famous Pacific player, the 13-year-old boy genius. But right now, MSI showing that they are perhaps the better team. They have got the better teamwork. And what doesn't matter, what matters more than pure stardom and having a star player is having that coordination, teamwork, and trust in one another.
Town is under siege. Our players' forces are under attack.
Mid lane, Slider keeping his farm going. He's up to 3k gold. The AA with 2k gold almost. All these Scourgers with all these kills, not to mention the towers, the Raxes, the Roshan are getting just all this gold up so that they can get more and more items. We see Ghost Scepter up on ES. He's actually going to pop some wards towards this top lane. But for the most part, there's just not much Pacific are throwing at MSI that's actually doing any damage at the moment.
A player's forces are under attack.
Top lane, ES has managed to find an Invis Rune. Could use that to cause some problems, in fact. When you find an Invis Rune as an ES, well, suddenly it's like, oh, who needs a blink when I can just walk in without them seeing me? Of course, the concern is always, is there sentries? Is there a gem? Is there something that can see me? But right now, it doesn't look like there is, especially considering the Scourge team doesn't actually have any Invis. It's the Sentinel team with that Brood pick who are more likely to find themselves going up against items such as sentries, dust, and gems. As Anti-Mage closer to that Manta style. Has he in fact got it? No, it doesn't look like he has yet. He is not farming as quickly as he would like. Only 800 gold. 3 kills, 8 deaths. Anti-Mage is not having the impact that Pacific would have liked him to have this game. At least to this point here, we are only, well, I say only, most games only last about 30 minutes. Now we're 37 minutes in. MSI having taken bottom racks, and Anti-Mage a bit definitely behind on farm. Needs to have that Mad Cell up by now. Even needs to be going for that next item by now. But he is where he is, and things are heating up as MSI. They want that third place finish. They want to walk away with some prize money, something for their efforts. Their weekend of gaming. They want it to be for something. As Slider blink in, BKB takes out the Shadow Demon. DK going to pop the ultimate, but that's not going to do all that much, especially when he's got no one to back him up or help do any additional damage with that slow. And the tier 3 tower at mid. Slider wants it. He wants it bad. He doesn't care how much damage he's going to take from it. He's going to make sure that goes down. And now the Rax is the next target. for these heroes. Puck going to get stunned by the DK. DK popping the BKB. Sanking goes in with the stun. Needed to just sort of rely on the epicenter. Where is the epicenter? Sanking should have just used the epicenter blink combo, but in the end he didn't. But wow, top lane, anti-mage, Brood, huge, AA ultimate, godlike. Oh my gosh, the AA with a massive ultimate, the ES Echo Slam, and that was a fantastic play. The backdoor attempts coming from the anti-mage and Brood, and that could have sealed the fate for Pacific Revitalize. Oh, I cannot believe that. Every time they go in with the AA ultimate has been spot on. This AA has been the MVP this game. He now hits level 20. I believe it must be the highest level in the game. Yeah, AA is tied highest level. This is a support AA. MSI playing so well. Unfortunately, they could not do this when they were up against Orange. Orange just sort of outplayed them and outdrafted them. But this time around, MSI, the teamwork is there. The coordination is spot on. And this AA, what is his score? 15 kills, 12 assists. There's 10 kills, 11 assists on the Windrunner. Kills and assists all over. MSI looking good, and some Filipino conversations going on, or Tagalog. As MSI, they want to seal the deal. They've got both mid and bottom racks as they find the Sand King. BKB is pop, going to prevent Sand King from escaping or sunning his way through the Brood. As Sand King finds himself, oh, the Sentry Ward will give the vision needed, and Puck now with the Dream Call on the Shadow Demon. The Necrobook is there. 2 heroes are down. Fissure on the wrong side, but not going to matter. Slaughter, stun, shackle shot. Great shackle shot coming out from MSI's Windrunner, and a almost complete team wipe. The only hero left standing is the Anti-Mage. He cannot do a thing. He's marching towards the middle lane. He's not even going to try to defend this. 4 heroes down. The tier 3 tower is the next target. The Raxes as well. And oh no, things are going to go from bad to worse, and far worse very quickly here, as it looks like the end is here. Pacific, Zyle, the Broodmother, is going to call GG. He did farm and do well at that bottom lane, but it doesn't look like it will be enough. It looks like Pacific will be the 4th place team. MSI, your winners from last month, they came 1st place. They were the champions in March. They're only going to walk away with the 3rd place finish here, but still a great showing from them. They've been proven that they are a consistently top tier team in the Southeast Asian Dota scene. 1st place last month, 3rd place this month, and they are just rocking and rolling. And this is going to be, with MSI getting the 3rd place, it means it's almost grand finals times, guys. The match people have been waiting for. iZone up against Orange Esports. Can iZone stop the winning streak of Orange, who have won the India Gaming Carnival? They've been consistently winning game after game here. They've been the one team who seems able to deal with the strong Filipino Dota teams, defeating MSI, defeating Mineski, and we're going to see whether or not they can get the win again. In the group stages, Orange already beat iZone. They were in the same group where iZone got 2nd place, so this is going to be iZone's chance at revenge. And whether or not they can get it or not, we're going to see soon, guys. This is the GEST IDC. That was your 3rd place decided. Coming up very shortly is going to be your grand final. Mineski have been knocked out. Orange are here, left standing. The Mineski's Filipino counterpart, iZone 125, are going to be trying to carry on the Filipino dream. Try to get a Filipino team winning the GEST for the 3rd month in a row. February, Mineski won. March, MSI won, and now with only one Filipino team in the grand final, it's got to be up to iZone if we're going to see another Philippines team with that championship here. Orange are going to have something to say about that, though. One obstacle left in their way between them and their championship, guys. We're going to take a quick break. After that, we'll be back with more live action, guys. I'm GoDz from GoDz, and this has been a lot of fun.